Welcome back to the world of Ivandale and another episode of Meaningful Musings in Minecraft. I am Josh, your host, and let's get started. Today we are going to make some livestock pens, very similar to this one here, which is going to be the chicken pen. I have one chicken in there and an egg. See if this egg has anything in it. One interesting thing about chickens is the eggs they lay. Obviously, you can use them for cooking, but if you smash them in here, sometimes the chicken comes out. And not this time. All right, so let's jump right into our build here. How I do livestock pens, I dig down in one layer, put in a fence, and do it that way. So, without any further ado, let's get this going. Put my lights there. But in here we want to have some sheep, some cows, pigs, even some rabbits. I do have tethers because I do have slimes now. I do have some tethers so we can go get some animals. See what happens when we get done here, how much time we have to do that. And actually, to make this bigger, I'm going to get rid of that back layer back there. And put up some pins. One thing, it helps to be able to get the animals into the pen because you don't have to worry about opening a gate or not opening a gate. One thing I didn't get that I will need to do is some what's it called? Yeah, some wool, some carpet, and I'll go grab that in a minute here and show you what that's all about. Let me finish this one pin. Alright, now let's put up our fence real quick. So, last time I mentioned I was in the hospital with pneumonia. Actually, I'm recording this like immediately after the last one. Mostly because I have some time right now since I'm off work. And I wanted to get some videos put out so I can move on to new projects. I kind of do a lot of prepping off camera, and then try to do the actual builds while you're here. Let me run and get that carpet real quick. This is my very first stay in a hospital ever, but it was not. I'll say right off the bat, it wasn't a pleasant experience. I mean, people at the hospital were great, but I literally spent 6 days in that one room. Never left. I'm sure I could have, and I did get up and walk around within the room, but, you feel all confined and without freedom or whatever, how you want to look at it. But anyway, so we're going to put a couple pieces of carpet in here because, oddly enough, I've discovered, actually, again, I learned from YouTube, where you can't get out over a fence, and animals can't get out over fences, but I can jump out over a piece of carpet, and they cannot. So, excuse me, that's why I do that. And let's put this right in the middle. All right. Now, these other spots are also going to be places for animals, and I am going to jump and do all those real quick, and we'll do that in hyper speed. And I will be right back with you guys. Alright, we're back, and it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 animal pens. That'll be good for a start, and then we'll may have to make some other ones elsewhere. In fact, let's get rid of some of this because I don't need quite that many. Alright, so I do apologize for all the clearing of my throat. Like I said, still battling this pneumonia. We're going to go outside real quick, and we are going to work on our horse stable. I already started it. I don't have any saddles yet in order to tame. Well, I can tame them, but I really can't ride them until then. So we are going to work on the stable anyway, so that whenever it is time, and we do have horses and saddles and whatnot. That's part of the thing of the Nether. A lot of times in the fortresses in there is there's saddles. So by the way, we were going to be prepared. Oh, hey, I've got an extra horse in here. Anyway, I've kind of made stalls here, and we're going to continue that that process. And I did not bring any stairs, but I can finish that part another time off camera. I've kind of decided too that a lot of my off-camera, quote-unquote, off-camera stuff, I am going to start recording. You never know when it might make a decent video that I can either voice over or just put up kind of as a quick fast mode option. But like I said, you never know when there's be some good footage that you'll be able to use for something. So let's get these pillars put in here. I had a couple of roommates while I was in the hospital. 2 different ones. I was there 6 days, but my roommates had roommates. One at the beginning, another one at the end. They were not there. They were just overnight stays. So for the majority of the time, I didn't have roommates. In fact, the last guy that was there, he actually just arrived on the day that I was leaving. So he wasn't even there for very long. But from a Christian standpoint, hospitals are always can bring out interesting things, make people think. But it was honestly, I don't know how else to say it, but it was just sad. Both the people. One, he even said the chaplain came in, and the only reason I noticed, I overheard conversations between him and the chaplain. He doesn't attend church anyway, doesn't claim any sort of denomination or faith. Even mentioned that, when I was a kid I went, but it's sad to see lost people that are clueless. Either they had no desire, knew they didn't, but didn't care, or was completely oblivious to to reality, to what God means, or honestly, for lack of it, I was just sad for them. I didn't really know what to do as far as what to say, but just to pray for them. Because you overhear stuff between those curtains. It's hard not to. And they all had visitors, and probably between the 2 people, the little short time that they were there was probably over a dozen, visitors, even in addition to the particular patients. But it, I don't know. We walk through life, and there's just people everywhere that just clueless, and it's our job to tell them, share reality with people and what it really means to be, what our role here is even on Earth. All right, got that finished up. There you go. So let's put a little overhang over here. But I am not in any hurry to go back into another visit at the hospital. So they kept me till most all my levels and stuff were normal. They said they used to keep people in the hospital till they were better, and more so now they keep people in the hospital until they're stable. They found a lot of times that even just resting at home is much more productive for a patient over staying in the hospital. So, all right, well, we have finished our stable. We have finished our livestock area. I did make this over here, kind of landscape this. This waterfall was already here, and I just kind of moved it to the direction I wanted, similar to if you had, horses that need water. So I did that, and you know what? I may just I'm gonna do some more stuff on the roof here, and I may just do that off camera or do it through fast mode for you guys, and then end up this particular video. By the way, I am going to go ahead and sign off here and get this video out to you guys. Like I said, when I get feeling better and I can talk more, we'll obviously have some more meaningful discussions. And like I said, I am bringing Nick, my friend Nick, on, and he's going to be part of our conversations. Like I said, I'm just back from the hospital. I haven't had a chance to touch base with him and find a schedule time for him to join us. We both have pretty busy schedules, so we need to coordinate those and stuff. So I'm looking forward to having him on here. I know I've put out 2 videos without him, but it's because I'm home, able not to do a whole lot other but sit in the chair, because the doctor told me I need to take it easy and rest, because I think he knows I'm not one to just sit around. So he definitely wants me to rest. So I am going to be putting out some videos as much as I can while I have this forced downtime, for lack of a better term. So I'm about done with this, so maybe I'll go ahead and finish this up and go sleep the night away in order to make it light. Now, I found that since I have a server, if I'm on the server by myself, I can sleep the night away. But if I'm on the server with somebody, I can't sleep the night away. I can sleep in the bed and it'll change my spawn point, do all that good stuff, but it will not make it day. That being said, there may be times I may use some server commands if Nick and I are both on here in order to make it day. But since I'm here, I'm not going to use those. I prefer to use those as little as possible. And so I'll go run in here and make it day, and we'll take a look at what we've got. Oh, creeper. Oh, I hate the creepers. More than any other thing in this game, I despise the creepers, because they blow everything up. At least everything else, they just attack me, and I don't have to worry about them blowing up my hard work that I've just completed. So let's get in here. We'll get the night slept away, so there's not any more of them coming out. And we'll take a look at what we've done. Alright, we're back. And let's see. Take a look at what we've got. Let me see if there's anything else I've gotten ready for this episode that we can work on. But I think we have a bunch of zombies underneath of there. where I left it hollow. Maybe one of these days I'll go back in there and I'll fill it up with dirt or something, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. But anyway, we've got a nice roof here for our stable, nice pasture area for them to eat. Looks like I have my first 2 horses once I actually finally get a saddle. So perhaps next time we will visit the Nether and see if we can find a fortress and get a saddle and whatnot so that we can ride these horses. I'm not sure how long we went, but I'm going to show you a couple other things here real quick since we do have time. One, let's go up top. So as you see, I did all this landscaping. I did this stone in here. I like this this stone brick is my favorite over any of the particular stones, for example, that we can make in the game for steps. And you know, I mean, I get so much cobblestone. I've changed to using lava for my oven, so it seems to be a little more efficient. I mean, I suppose eventually I can run out of lava, but until then, I'll continue using it. Anyway, I built all this pathway up here to the top, and this is, I put glass over, and this is the hole that's in the top of our home base here, our survival base. And up here, I'm going to move the gardens over here. So eventually everything that's over in the other area, or most everything, a lot of everything will be moved over here, and we'll use less and less things over there. Because unless those chunks are loaded, they don't do anything. So if I'm closer to having them over here to where we're at, the better. Like I said, I can make a lot of farming over here. That would be a neat place up on top of the mountain to do all of that. That other area, that being said, that other area over there, I mean, it's still in use, and you know, our mine is over there and all that sort of stuff. And I was mining through, and you know, I get in watching TV or something, watching some Netflix, and just mining through. And next thing I know, I have busted through over here to our slime farm, which is, speaking of slime farm, it's working very well, and catching some slimes for us. In fact, let's check what we got in here. Look at there, 22 slimes. And I'd thrown some cobblestone in this chest here earlier in order to make space in my bags. There's the golem that attracts the slimes. The slimes rub up against the cacti and meet their demise. But anyway, I was going through and I found myself breaking through over here. So I spent some time making a nice tunnel between this area and the mining / farming / tree farm area, because a lot of times I just, you know, it's, believe it or not, it is safer. Nothing seems to spawn down here. I guess I have it lit well enough where at times outside it's not, and I don't, you know, usually not want to have to mess with all that stuff if I don't have to. But put the granite on the bottom, just cobblestone on the side. Like I said, in this particular texture pack, I don't mind the cobblestone, but in the default texture pack, it's just not my thing. Anyway, because I just think cobblestone, again, I think of cobblestone streets, all that good stuff, which is not what the standard texture pack looks like, or standard default textures look like. Anyway, again, I've mentioned before with this is particular texture pack is called Chroma Hills. If you go back to, I think, the first episode, it gives the link to all that particular texture pack. But see, back over to our mining area here, as we see our cow farm. Oh man, I should have brought my tether with me, and so I could have tethered a cow and brought it back to the farm. But anyway, this is probably enough for one particular episode. Like I said, just keep in mind, after spending a week in the hospital and a lot of time to think and not do a whole lot else, it's important to use every opportunity to tell people about Christ, and which I did not do a great job of this week, I will admit, but I tried a little bit to talk to the gentlemen. They didn't seem very talkative, and I wasn't going to be pushy, which can be just as bad as not telling anybody anything at all. So, on that note, we will leave this and talk to you guys again very, very soon. Hopefully the next video will be in the nether and see what we can find in there. Anyway, till next time, keep God first in everything you do. And like I said, in everything you do, do it as a representative of Christ. And until next time, later.